So my first question goes to Ademola, brother Ademola. How should we attack or approach? Don't let me use the word attack. How should we approach this problem? We have an array of arrays, and we need to compute the average of these numbers. So how should we approach it?
So can you please repeat the query? I didn't hear you the first time.
Okay, let me repeat myself one more time. I said we have this array of scores, and we need to calculate the average of this array of scores, the average. I think the task is clear enough. Average of these arrays. So my question now is, how do we approach it? What is the very first step we should take to solving this problem?
Create a variable called average.
Okay. We create a variable called average.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So are we assigning anything to it, or we just leave it undefined?
Let average be I think
Huh? Sir?
Demola, I'm listening.
I'm not too sure.
Okay, you're not too sure. Thank you for being honest and being sincere at the same time. Mary, you said you are having issue with your microphone. Can you type into the chat box? Let me see your response. Then at the same time, Favor, if your mic is okay now, can you tell me what your approach will be? Hello, Favor.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. So
Okay.
what is your approach?
Okay. Since there's an array inside the array. Okay,
Yes.
first, what I'm going to do is get the length of the array of scores.
How do you intend
So
to
I
get
can
the array, the length of the array of scores, since we have
okay,
arrays of
have a
arrays?
variable. Okay. I can have a variable that is called maybe length,
Mhm.
then say it's equal to arrays of scores dot length.
Like length, then you assign what?
Array of scores dot length to it.
Array of scores dot length. If you do this, I'm wondering what's your intention, what you are trying to achieve with this. Okay.
Okay.
So
I will have a for loop.
you have
A
what?
for loop.
A for loop.
A for loop.
Okay, for loop. Okay.
Yes.
So let's
Then it's I, yes, equals to 0, I less than scores, sorry, arrays of scores dot length.
Okay, that is for loop.
Then, yes, then, okay, I will need a variable called maybe number or something like that, so that I can,
Are you assigning
yeah,
0 or
equal, we should
something
make it
else?
0 for now.
Okay.
Yes, no, 0 is fine. Then,
Okay.
maybe sum will be equal
Sum.
to, yes, will be equal to, okay, sum plus scores. Then you open the square bracket and put I.
Like that.
No, that's not what I said. I said sum is equal to sum plus scores.
Okay. It is the
Sum,
same thing. This is same
is it?
as,
Let
okay.
me see.
Yes, it is. Okay, don't worry. Let me do it the way you want. It is the same as this. What I did earlier on. Okay.
Um, okay, okay. Then I'll have an if statement. Um,
If statements.
so I don't know if it's going to work, but so I just want to try if it works.
Yes.
So if I is equal to an array,
If I
uh,
is equal to
yeah,
an array.
yes.
Hmm. What kind of array? Just like this.
Is there a way we can make the program,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
you
This
know,
okay. All right.
maybe
Okay, you have tried. Yeah. I think we should create a count variable by using array of length. The same thing Mary is saying. No. Now, okay. I I kind of wanted to test your knowledge of our last class. Let me scratch all this. Now, look at this guy. This array of scores. You will notice is an array of arrays. The very first step is to flatten this array up. And if I do array of scores dot flat, call the flat method on it. Let's see what this will print out. Console.log flat. Now, before I do this, I'm going to print out this array first without the flat so that we see what it is before and after. Now, if I run, now look at something. This flat method has done something here. It has removed this 134, 78, 98, and 100 out of this array. This is an array. This is one array. So it has removed this 78, 98, 100 out, and also this 134 out. We did this in the last class. Yes, I'm very sorry that I forgot to share the recording anyway. But even I know that many wouldn't have gone through review the video anyway. So as usual. So now we just have this array. right here. So now that means that this array of scores.flat has returned another array, this array, back to me. So all I need to do is to now create another variable to hold that particular array. Let me call it um, flattened array 1. So this array is now stored inside this variable. So if I go one more time, console.log, and I try to flatten this array again, dot flat. If I print this one again, you will observe again that it has further removed this and 100 sorry 97 and 99 out of the inner array. So I am left with this array, which is this one. Hold on, please. So now you can see that this has flattened up. Now, if I now do save this returned array, this particular array, if I save it into another variable and apply another flat on that one, you will see that everything will now be a single array. So if I do let flattened array 2 equal that, and I flatten this one again, and I run, you now see that everything is totally a single array, as you can see. Please give me like 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes. Thank you, Joshua. So let me see. Something is wrong somewhere. It's returning not a number. Why should that be? Let average sum divide count. Yes. Okay, let me do something first. Let me print console.log sum. I don't know why it's saying not a number. Okay. This is actually not a number. What is wrong? Something is wrong somewhere. It's not giving me. Okay. Hold on first. Let me print out this. I do not need to print out this again. Okay, there's still an array. So that means I need, okay, I did not save this other one. That is why. Okay, so I'm going to flatten up this. Let 3 equal that. So that is why it's returning not a number. So I'm going to use 3 now. 3. I'm going to print out 3. It should give me a single yes. So now I can remove this and uncomment this. Run. So I have that average. Did you see how I debug my code? You need to know how to debug your program when anytime you got an undesired result. Is there any question in what I just did?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, I could, instead of having this flat in 3 places, could have done it in just one place. I could have just said, okay, I will flat the first time, I will flat again the second time, thereby eliminating this. Then I will flatten this third time, thereby eliminating this. So I can now remove just this. So all I need is just flattened array, change all this to flattened array, and I should still have the same results. This online compiler is thinking too much and it's slowing me down. Okay, so exactly the same result. Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, today I want to take you through 2 kinds of loop. No, I said I will later take you the for in loop and the for off. Now, this loop is also used to iterate through an array or any, we call it enumerable objects. So just like array that you have, let's say 1, 2, 3, and 4, that the for loop, the while loop, go in, pick one, do something with it with the first one, then move to the next, take it out, do something with it, then go to the next, pick it and do something with it, then go to the next and pick it and do something with it. Right? So the difference between the for in, the for of, okay, let me just say slash, for in, for of, and the other looping method like the for, while, do while, is that in these two, you don't need to keep track of the sentinel. The sentinel is that number that we increment every time, so that we not enter into an infinite loop. For example, in the for loop, we do, let's, for example, I is 0, then we check the condition, then we do I plus plus or I minus minus, as the case may be. This is increment. This I is at times called a sentinel, right? But in the for in slash for of, you don't need to worry about this. What for in, for of does is like doing a roll call. There's already a list, and is maybe let's say we have 10 students in the class, for example, and the teacher or the class governor goes, okay, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The class teacher knows that once it gets to 10, that he or she has reached the end of the count automatically. There's no need to keep track somewhere, something that will be increased to keep track. So let's go to the compiler. Let me take this out. So now let's say we have this array now, this flattened array, right? Now, let's use 4. Let's number of flattened array. Let's see if I can even get into this. Let me just console.log something. Okay, console.log the number, which is num. Then I'm going to do in. This is the syntax of for of, for in. You can see that there is nothing checking the condition or checking the increment or decrement. If I print, let's see what this gives us. Okay, let me demarcate so that we see the difference. Console.log, just print something to demarcate. Print again. Okay. Now I want you to notice something. The for of prints the actual number, the actual data inside the array. 70, 89, 67 to what? 78. But on the other hand, the for in prints out the index of this number. If you can recollect, let me comment this out first. If you can recollect that array is in form of index and value. If I print out, let me print out, maybe I can see it from here. Console.log flattened array. No, undo. Flattened array. Let me see if, okay, it's not showing here. Let me try and check on the backend. I just want to see whether I'm going to have what I'm trying to achieve. Anyway, let me see. Let me print this out. Okay, it's still not giving me. Aha, yes, this is it. Now you can see that array. You can see the array is actually in the form of index and value pair. The index value pair. This is the index telling you the position of this value 70. 89, the index is 1, and so on and so forth. So the for in prints out the index, as you can see from here. Let me remove this, uncomment this, and run again. So you can see the for in prints the index. As you can see here, the index. And on the other hand, the for of prints the actual value. As you can see here, 70, 89, 67, and so on. So, which simply means that I can easily use the for of to still do or calculate my average. If I comment this out, for example, and I do let sum equals 0 and let count also be 0, and I come in here for every number inside this flattened array, add it to sum. After that, increase the count. So after you have done that, then calculate the average for me, which is sum divided by count. Then I can print out the average. If I run my code, I should still have exactly the same figure. Is there any question? Is there any question, please? Why is the class so dull this evening? Joshua has run away.
So we have
Okay, so Demola, is there any question?
no, sir.
No question. Favor, is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Mary, is there any question?
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
That
Favor.
norm, the
Okay. This
norm,
this norm,
then
Mm-hmm.
is it like a variable?
Is it like?
Is it like a variable
Yes, it is a
or
variable.
something?
It is a variable. You can say let.
Okay.
Let norm. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Please give me like 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes, please. So, favor. This norm is a variable. It's like, where's my pencil? This is what is happening internally. This 4 grab hold of on a latch on this flattened array. Now it will pop out. Or is pop out the right word? Or let me use the word fetch. It will fetch the first word, first number 70, assign it to this variable. Once that is done, it will enter into this code block. So this norm here is 70. 70 plus 0 is 70. 70 is assigned to sum. It will increase the count. It will go back into the loop, go into the next number, take this next number, push it into the same norm, come into this code block, add 89 to sum, which is now 70. So 70 plus 89. It will now store this value in there, increase the count, go back to the and fetch the next number, push it into this norm, and you know that as it's pushing into this norm, the previous number is being deleted, right? It's been overwritten. So it will now go into this block, add 67 to whatever value is inside this sum, then reassign it back to sum, and so on till it gets to the final value. Is that clear, Favor?
Yes, sir. Very clear. Thank
Very
you.
clear. Okay. Is there any other question? Okay. I want to assume that we do not have any further question. So before we close for tonight, let us see some variables. That's why I said variables. Okay, let me uncomment this. Let me just take okay. Let me copy this and paste it on the okay. So now let me take this out, even this out. If I print this flattened array, I should have that, right? So I'm going to put a marker just to separate. If you see this array, is it in ascending order or descending order, or is just randomized?
It's random, sir.
It's random. Okay. So we need to know how we can arrange arrays in either ascending or descending order. And to do that, we have the sort methods, right? So if you call the sort method on this array, if I do the sort on that array and I print out the results console.log, is it arranged? Let me see. Hmm? Something is not right here. Is it because, okay, hold on. Let me copy this out and go into, yes, so I can see it clearly. Let me clear console first. Clear console. What? Let me clear first because I'm seeing stuff here. Why is it doing this? Okay, okay, yes, I know why. I think it's because of the in what's it called? Um what's it called? The internal arrays. Okay, let me test it. Let me comment this out. Let me be sure that's the reason why that is so. Let's array 4, 10, 3, 5, 1. Let me clear my console. Okay. Yes, it is actually right. It's actually right. Yes, it's right. Who can tell me what is going on here? Who can tell me? Look at this array 4, 10, 3, 5, 1, and it's doing 1, 10, 3, 4, 5. Who can tell me what is going on? Favor. Hello, Favor. Is Favor not in class? Yeah, she's there now. Unmute yourself, Favor. The class will soon be over in the next few minutes, please. Be fast. Okay, Ademola. Ademola,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me what is going on here? You can see the initial array is 4, 10, 3, 5, 1. And after sorting in ascending order, we have 1, 10, 3, 4, 5. Why?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Favor. You are muted again, Favor. Okay, Ademola, please. Can you? Okay, you are not very clear. Just type into the chat box. Type into the chat box. Ademola.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So instead of instead of us to have 1, 3, 4, 5, and 10 in that order, we have 1, 10, 10 before 3, 4, 5. Why do you think that is so?
Um, because the maybe the computer, mm, maybe the computer reads it as 1-0 something.
Yes, yes, you have a very you have you've got an idea. Now the problem is the computer kind of takes this as kind of string, one. Then number two is that it looks at the very first one, the very first digit there, not considering the value of that number. So 1, 1, 3, 4, 5. So now, if we actually want to sort numbers, there's something called let me clear this screen first. Called a callback function. Although I am kind of skeptical trying to go into that now, but for just for the sake of this class, I will just quickly um mention it. So it requires a callback function, a function that we call a function without name, anonymous name. Let's see it, and it now that function will receive two variables, and we now compare those two variables, return x minus 1 minus sorry y, x minus y. So what is going on here is this. It will take this very first one, 4 minus 10. this 4 into this X and 10 into this Y. So if you try to do subtraction, if there is a what's it called how do I put it now? Okay, don't let me assume. Let us debug it. Let's debug it. Where is that debugging? Let's just debug this. Debugger, yes. Debugger, this one. But is it? I do not need to print this out. Okay, let me just comment this out. Comment this out. I do not need those two. Okay. But first of all, before debugging, let me run it to see whether I have my desired output. Yes, 1, 3, 4, 5, 10. Exactly. So now let us debug. If I run my code, now I can come here to step into each of these lines one after the other to see what is going on there. If I click next, it comes right into this array. If I click next, it comes into um this function here. Now if I click next, now you can see, aha, yes. Now it assigns 10. You can see initially I said this, it assigns this one to 4. It assigns 10 to X and assigns 4 to Y. Now does the subtraction 10 minus 4. Because it is positive number, 10 minus 4 will give you plus 6. Because it is positive 6, the computer knows that this value is greater than than this first one. So it is going to leave it as is. It will now go to the next one. Let's continue. So once that is done, you will see it will go to the next one. Now takes 3 into X. And if you do 3 minus 10, you have minus 7. So that already shows that this one is greater than this. So what happens is that it is going to swap them. It will now swap and bring 3 forward. So something like this is happening. So it will now swap 3 and 10 and bring 10 here. Right? So we now have 5 and 1. So in the next iteration, you now see 10 and 5 in these variables. If I go on, click next, it has, oh, I've passed it. Let me restart again. I think I've passed it. So what happened? Hello, yes, is someone talking?
Yeah. Where are you running this code from? Like, do you have an extension?
Okay, it is. I'm running from your browser. If you have your Google Chrome, just either you do Control Shift I, it will take you to the back end, or if you just come here, more tools, developer tools, you can see Control Shift I. So just click there. It will take you to the back end.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So, and I don't know whether you have done you have done it before. Because if you haven't, you won't see this snippet here. So you need to, depending on your browser, you need to come to this chevron sign, right? And either I think either this or that or these three dots, then you now select snippet, and that will take you to this window here, right? So let's go back to what I was discussing because our time is fast spent. So my point is this: what this callback, we call this a callback function, right? What it's doing is that it's just swapping these numbers. It takes 10 minus 4 because it's greater, it's a positive number, it will retain it. Now it will go to the next one. 3 minus 10 is a negative number. It's going to swap it like so. Then come here again and do 10 minus 5. And sorry, 5 minus 10. So this also gives what a negative number. Is going to swap it. Then 1 minus 10, a negative number, is going to swap it again. So at the end, we have something like 4, 3, 5, 1, 10. Then it will go back again, start from the beginning, do 3 minus 4. That's a negative number. It's going to swap those two. Then do 5 minus 4, positive number, is going to leave that stuff. Then do 1 minus 5, a negative number. Then it will swap this one too. No, we have 3, 4 here. Then it's going to do 10 minus 5, which is positive number. It's going to leave those two. Then go back again, do it 3 minus 4, 4 minus 3, positive number, is going to leave it. Now it will now do 1 minus 4, negative number. Then it's going to swap this. So we have something like 3, 1, 4, 5, and 10 now. So that is how it will continue to do the iteration until there's nothing remaining to swap. And that is when you now have 1, 3, 4, 5, and 10. So let's stop here today. We will still go more into this later, right? The callback function, the anonymous function, what other one? The self-invoking function. So many of them. We are still going into that. But for now, let's just stop here today. Is there any question? No question. Okay. Yes. So what assignment should I give you today? Let me go to the other board. Let me clear this. What assignment? I've taught you loop. Yes. Okay, good. Do you know what is called Fibonacci? Fibonacci. I hope I'm getting the spelling right. Is it double B Fibonacci? Either of the two anyway. Now, a Fibonacci sequence looks like this. You have a 1, then another 1. Then this next number here is the addition of these two. Then this next number here is the addition of these two. And this number here is the addition of these two. And this next number is the addition of these two. And this next number is the addition of these two. So I want you to stop here. So I want you to write a program that will produce this out. Fibonacci sequence. Is that clear?
Wait, so the assignment is to make it print those numbers.
Yes. Print this sequence out. And it is not that you will add code this sequence. No, you don't add code. You write a program that will print it out. Let me see. I think I have, but I'm afraid that I might mistakenly show you my code. The past, I think the past class actually did it. Um, Let me see. Assignment. Fibonacci, yes, this is it. Uh, okay, it's a PNG. No, I'm not opening that up. I'm not opening that up. Let me see this one here. Hmm. I know it's somewhere. Algorithm? It's algorithm here. Algorithm. Come on now. Hmm. Hold on. Let me open my JavaScript algorithm. Okay, yes. Um, okay. Open in integrated terminal. Node fib. Oh, wait. ls. Um, okay, is there node Fibonacci. Okay, this is just give me 0, 1. Okay, because it's just one. Okay, let me make it 5, 8 or 9 numbers. Okay, so I have 0, 1, then 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21. 21 plus 13 is 34. That is what I expect. But you find your way around it. What I designed here is to receive the number of the number of data, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that is the index position. 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is what I did here. But you may not go to that level. All I want is that all I want is that you just print 1, 1, then 2, 3, 5, 8, 10. Right? And don't try to do something like this for me at coding. No, because some might want to do this. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13. No, I don't want to see this. No, this is hard coding. You don't add code for me. No, don't try to do this for me, please. So you compute, let your program compute this and print it out in form of array. You can see mine is where is it again? Is in form of array. You can see it's an array. So let it be in that format. Is there any question?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. So we will see on Tuesday by God's grace.